Welcome, Ravenites, to Raven's Realm, the gripping podcast where darkness reigns and the secrets thrive. Join our coterie of players as they venture into the captivating world of vampires, the Masquerade, masterfully crafted by our storyteller, Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris.
And then meet our players tonight. We have Ryan.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And then we have Kai.
What's up, gamers? I'm Kai.
And then myself, Dustin. Tonight's we have three brave souls that are poised to face the unknown, each with their unique talents and desires or destinies intertwined. Take it away, Chris.
Hey, all right. So, welcome to World of Darkness. Welcome to Vampire the Masquerade. First, a little warning. This is going to be covering some mature content, so if you're not ready for that or you don't want that, go ahead and find one of our other streams or other videos. We have lots of good stuff like Kids on Bikes and D&D and Dungeon World. Anyway, you are vampires. You are arriving in a place off of the coast of Washington called Ravenswood Island. And you are driving across a bridge under the cover of darkness. It is also raining heavily. The visibility is low. So, would you say that the three of you are traveling together, or do you want to be traveling separately? You're traveling into the city.
Maybe separately, but at the same time. Like in different cars,
Okay.
maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. So, each of you gets either a text message or a phone call. And the one that I want to play out is between, Kai's character? I'm sorry, I already forgot.
Kavita and Alejandro?
Yeah, actually, all right. This is a mess. I'll back it up a little bit. Let's go through and introduce our characters, because that reminded me we didn't introduce our characters at all. So let's start with Justin. Could you tell us a little bit about Connor and what kind of vehicle he would be driving?
So Connor would drive just your standard kind of crappy teacher car, like a Cavalier or something like, just a very reasonable car to be driving. It gets him to point A to point B, and it's very, very good for him because he's a teacher. He teaches 12th grade, and he is kind of an eccentric of a teacher. He's the type that gets on desk and throws books around and just makes things really interesting when people are learning. And it's always been that way even before he turned into a vampire. It's just that performance of his and his passion for history and teaching and students and everything, it comes out of him. And so he faced some issues at some point and got really hurt or something, and then this vampire saved him, and because of his performance and how good of a teacher he was, she wanted to preserve someone as special as he was at teaching.
And what clan did he end up being?
Let me get that real quick pulled up. It is the Venture clan. He's
Okay.
like a Venture brother.
Kai, could you tell us a little bit about Kavita?
Yes, Kavita and Alejandro is a interior designer and party planner. She looks 25 years old, although she is definitely not that age anymore. She is very attracted to beauty in herself and other people, and is very glad that she was preserved in her most beautiful stage of life. She was turned by her gorgeous aunt who works in the same industry as she does, and she does not drive. How dare she would never stoop so low as to be behind the wheel of a car, so she has a driver that is bringing her to her new destination.
Perfect. Makes sense. All right, Ryan, tell us about Mary.
Mary now goes by Levana. She would be driving this beat down car that she took from a farm as she's been flooding out west before coming here to Washington State. And she wears kind of modest clothing, and she's a part of the, where is it? Ravenous clan.
Okay. All right, so each of you is going to get a separate contact from somebody that you know named Eugene Blackburn, otherwise known as Beautiful Gene. And I think as one Toreador to another, Eugene is going to take the extra step of actually calling Kavita. So Kavita,
Okay.
your phone begins to ring, and you see that the number on the other line is Eugene.
She will immediately pick up the phone. Hello,
Hey there.
Eugene.
Hey, Kavita. How are you?
I'm doing okay for the circumstances, but I'm excited to be in a new location.
Well, good. Why don't you come find me at the Grand Horizon Hotel?
Okay. Am I in trouble already? I don't think I've done anything.
No. No. Actually, I've been made keeper of Elysium. So I will be keeping the peace here at the hotel, and if you come and join me, there shouldn't be any trouble.
Okay, perfect. I am glad to do so. I will have my driver bring me to the hotel.
All right, I'll see you soon. There's some people here you're going to want to meet.
Okay, I hope they are wearing nice clothing. Otherwise, I will not want to look at them.
Oh, trust me, if they're meeting me, they will be.
Perfect. Oh, it's so good to talk to you, Eugene.
You too. I'll see you soon.
Okay,
And
bye.
he hangs up. And then Connor and Lavana, you both get a separate text message saying, please come meet me at the Grand Horizon Hotel. There is a person of interest you will want to meet ASAP.
Would I know who this is from? Or is it just a random
Yes,
number?
you recognize, you have Eugene Blackburn as a contact for the city. And this may or may not be your only contact, but it's definitely a person that you know heading into the city.
Okay. Yeah. I'll make
And
my
I would-
way.
Okay.
And I would also know Eugene.
Yeah. So you guys know that Eugene is kind of like a diplomat of sorts. Like, people see Eugene, people come to the Grand Horizon Hotel in order to basically be on neutral ground. So what he mentioned in that conversation, Elysium is like a parlay between different vampires, where basically you can go and whatever other drama might be going on, it doesn't matter. You have to put it aside and be peaceful at Elysium. So that's kind of the spot where it's like neutral ground or no man's land.
Okay.
And you know that Eugene is like a person of interest of yours.
Okay. So I would just text back, understood, Eugene. I value you and your discretions and our meaningful connection.
I wouldn't text anything back. I would just like the message.
Okay.
Oh man.
Left it on red. All right. So as your individual vehicles pull into downtown, you see that the city is basically shrouded in darkness as the rain begins to pour harder almost announcing your arrival. And under the cover of darkness, you make your way into the city and into the core of downtown. And once you turn down a certain side street, you notice a very old-fashioned hotel that rises up into the night. And it's this old building. It's like a kind of tannish, reddish brick. Looks like it's built a long time ago and doesn't necessarily belong downtown. But maybe through some historical preservation or something like that, it's managed to stay intact. Strangely enough to you, it doesn't look like there's very many people coming and going to the hotel. Like, people aren't going on vacation and checking in there. It seems to be almost deserted looking. The front door is lit by some dim lights above, but there's not really anything else going on. The three of your vehicles arrive almost simultaneously. Do you park them out front, or do you park them somewhere else?
I would know that this place is pretty chill for vampires, right? Like, I'm not trying to play it like on the DL with everything. There's not like the secret society that you have to do some secret garage to get into or anything.
Right.
Okay. Then yeah, I would just park over like probably right next to the handicap parking. Up front.
Okay.
Usually where guests, check in, but not like under the drive port, but the little side parking spots.
All right. What about the rest of you?
I think Kavita would have her driver drop her off and then kind of like circle around and just wait for her to text to pick her back up when she needs him.
Okay. He tips his hat to you.
Lavana would find like an alleyway about 2 blocks away, park there, and then just walk.
Okay. So a few minutes pass, and you walk in the rain, and then you arrive soaking wet to the front doors. The three of you see each other when you're arriving towards the front door. Do you acknowledge this or say anything?
Do we know of each other, or are we just like totally different clans, totally different everything? I know we get to decide that, but
Yeah, you tell me.
like, do the clans ever meet up? Are there ever like mass meetups with everybody, or is it always just very clan heavy?
Usually in places like this, yeah, you would see other kindred.
Well, I think as a charismatic fellow myself, that I would probably know a lot of the people that are in every clan. Just because I got that charisma thing
Okay.
and teacher thing. So, you throw those in there. I'm sure I know y'all somehow.
Yeah, I feel like Kavita may have seen them in passing, but if they didn't have any benefit for her to rise through the ranks, she wouldn't have remembered their names or faces. Maybe she remembered their names, but probably not the faces of the people. Unless they came to one of her parties and she greeted them.
Like a game recognizes game kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would say Levana wouldn't be very outgoing at these gatherings, so she doesn't like look to get to know people, so she probably doesn't know them, but definitely knows their like names or heard of them. Because it seems like the other two are very charismatic, so as I'm walking up, I'm like, oh, hello, Kavita, you look as beautiful as ever.
Well, thank you. What is your name again?
Levana.
Yes, Levana Valdez?
Yes, that is correct.
Nice to see you again. Are you also new to the city?
Yes. I've just arrived.
Me as well. I got a message from Eugene. I feel like many people know him. To meet him at this hotel. Are you?
That's what I got as well.
Perfect. Maybe we
couldn't
can
help
head
but
up
over
together.
here. Y'all had some kind of message sent to y'all.
Oh yes, I got a phone call.
Yeah, I got one from Eugene. How about y'all?
Just a text.
Yeah, I didn't get a call. I got a text too, but I definitely got contacted just like y'all. Y'all want to go in together?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. By the way, in case y'all don't remember, my name is Connor, but my students call me Mr. Fitzgerald or Mr. F.
Mr. F. Okay.
Can we do the Wizard of Oz lock arms walk in?
Absolutely not. Vita will not touch you.
All right, so you make your way inside of the building. The first thing that you notice is that even the interior of the building is kind of dimly lit, and there appears to be a single employee behind a desk in the center of the room, and then there is basically a left entrance and a right entrance leading to some other part of the hotel. And the left entrance is a set of stairs, and the right entrance is a wider doorway that it seems to have some kind of nether in there, and just that he is actually a vampire at first appearance. So he comes striding over to you, and he's smiling, and he greets you all with his arms out, and he's just like, "Oh, you all made it at the same time. That is so wonderful."
Yes. Do you have a towel? Does this place have towels?
Of course, I have a towel here. He snaps at the employee that's at the desk, and the employee kind of like jumps to his feet. You see him run to a closet, get one of the spare towels, and hand it over to you. The employee looks very nervous. He looks like a young man, and he doesn't strike you as kindred.
Oh, thank you.
surprise.
I'm gonna tip him like $2.
Oh, thanks. He looks at you and he flashes you like in his eyes are like kind of a flash of fear when he sees you. But then he kind of gathers himself and then goes back behind the desk.
Eugene. Why do you
Yes,
have...
my love.
Why are there normal people working at this hotel?
Oh, yes, they're easier to control.
I see wits, but I don't see investigation. Oh.
Under skills on the
Yeah,
right.
I see it. So
column.
so do I click the little diamond on both of those?
Click investigation, and then let's see.
Oh, with the second one.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
right. The diamond.
And then click the intelligence as the second attribute.
Right. Or wits is the second attribute.
Wits. Got it. And then no pool size modifier, just send it through?
No. And
Difficulty?
the difficulty is going to be... I'm actually going to go with moderate on this one.
First roll.
Yeah.
First roll.
Oh,
3
nice.
passes?
3 of 3.
Nice. You know immediately that he's not somebody that's supposed to belong there. And you're pretty sure that you've seen him in another place. Not working at the hotel.
I've seen this fellow before. Do you know who he is, Eugene? Do you know where you got him from? Or they got him
let's
from? Wait, is
see.
he
He's, like,
the
tapping his
hotel
chin.
person? Or is he just
Yeah.
there? Okay.
I thought he, Who are you? He points to the employee who's just standing there being talked about. And he says, I'm Thomas. Don't you remember you hired me from a temp agency? That might be why you've seen me before.
Oh, you should never hire from a temp agency. It's lazy work.
What does that
Well,
mean? Like it's like temporary work?
Like you can't
yes.
fill the role normally, so you like go to a company and they send you someone to like work until you can find someone permanent to work.
Oh, I see.
Strange.
Well, that is noted. Anyway, hey Eugene, good to see you. I trust all is
Hey,
well.
good to see you as well. I couldn't be better myself.
Right.
Listen, this meeting is a little different. We have a representative here from the Anarch faction. His name is Paul Trevino, and he's somebody that you might want to introduce yourself to if you feel like it. Um, Again, I need to remind you, this is Elysium, so there should be no trouble here. I trust you three not to make any trouble. But besides that, Paul Trevino is here. He's representing the Anarchs, but you are probably going to want to concern yourself most with Anna Archer. I don't recall whether or not you side with the Camarilla or the Anarchs, but either way, if I were you, and I'm not, I'm beautiful, Gene. I I would talk to Anna first. But you're all individuals, it's up to you. There are a few other people around, but don't concern yourselves with them. I would just make sure that you talk to either one of those if you are going to stay here very long. I don't know if you are aware, but it's important to introduce yourselves to the chain of command, if you will.
Well,
Do you
thank you for
understand what I'm
the
saying?
yeah, thank you, Eugene, for the information. Um, seeing maybe you could introduce us.
Oh, I would love to do that.
Excellent.
Would you rather meet Anna first or Paul first?
I mean, you recommended Anna for a reason, I assume.
Yes. But you're individuals. Your fate is your own.
I have no desire to meddle with this anarch business. I would be happy to talk to Anna.
Ah, I see. Well, just between me and you, I happen to agree. I think that Anarchs are destined to be driven out from the island. Anyway, let's not worry about that in Elysium. Shall we proceed inside?
Indeed.
Sure.
Shall.
He leads you all in, and you find yourselves in a beautiful, decadent ballroom area that is set up normally for people to have dances and things like that. But there are people that are kind of just gathered around in different areas of the room. It's a very large room with wood floors, low lighting, like Victorian style of furniture. And you see there's a few interesting people. There's like about 10 to 12 different people standing around talking to each other. You can hear their light chatter scattering throughout the room. And in the top right side of the room, there's a woman who is very mysterious looking. She looks very striking, strong. Her eyes are very piercing, and she looks very severe. She's slightly muscular, and her hair is trimmed short, and she's wearing a pair of sunglasses and a nice like business suit, like a woman's business suit, and which is also all black. And she's just kind of talking to another person, And you can tell that the other person is kind of listening to what she's saying, but getting very like concerned about what she's saying. Like they're kind of having a little bit of a tiff. And Eugene kind of walks over with you three trailing behind, and he says, Anna, I hope I'm not interrupting, but there's three of my new friends that would like to meet you, and I'd like to set up a little meeting between you three. So here they all are.
Can Kavita tell what brand of a suit that she's wearing?
Let's go with Gucci.
Okay.
It strikes you as a Gucci suit.
Okay. Kavita will walk up and tip her head slightly and then grab her hand to kiss it and say, "It is so lovely to meet you. I am Kavita. My friend Eugene has done an incredible job of introducing us, but I would love to get to know you."
Ah, Kavita, it's a pleasure to meet you as well. You are quite beautiful.
Why, thank you. And your Gucci suit is quite a marvel itself.
I'm glad you noticed that.
Mhm.
She kind of ruffles her suit a little bit. Tell me, who are your friends?
Well, good evening. Oh yeah, sorry.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves. We
Well,
just
good
met.
evening. It's a pleasure to meet you. I don't really know them all that well. I know who they are, but anyway, we've all heard intriguing things about you and your perspectives, and we'd be interested in hearing a little bit more. But first, meet Lavana.
Yes, my name is Lavana. I don't know these two very well. We just met outside in the rain. Sorry for being wet, and I'll just like follow Kavita's lead and just mimic what she did, kissing the hand and such. But it's a bit sloppy.
Aw. Floppy
Lavana.
vampire kiss. Ugh.
Yes.
If you
that's-
don't mind me asking, why do you seem to be on edge?
I'm just not comfortable in social situations with others like us. This is all new to me.
How recently were you embraced?
Very, in the last year.
I see. Who is your sire?
A family friend.
Did this friend have permission to make you?
I would assume so.
I would assume so and hope so as well.
Would it be bad if he didn't? Would I not
Oh,
be allowed
you
here?
don't know what the traditions are.
No,
Yes,
as
it
I.
would be bad.
Oh well, I'll ask him.
That's okay. I have ways of finding out.
Oh, of course, you are a very powerful woman, from what we've heard.
Yes, I am, if I don't say so myself. But let's move on to you three. What brings you here?
Well, you see, Eugene gave us all a message, a shout out in one way or another, and we're all just trying to figure out what he's talking about. He said we needed to meet you, and we're not exactly sure the reason why, but we are definitely interested, and that's why we're here.
That's because Eugene is a smart man. Eugene knows that you need to meet me in order to meet the prince. For I am the sheriff of Ravenwood. If that title doesn't mean anything to you, that's okay. You'll learn soon enough. It's my job to enforce our 6 traditions. And if you don't have anyone to teach you these things, I can help you. But anyway,
That would
Eugene
actually
knows.
be really
Yeah.
appreciated. Really
Okay.
appreciated. Yeah, I got turned
Well,
by my sire's Victoria Sinclair. Have you heard of her?
I'm not familiar, but you see her face like she's making a mental note of your sires and like remembering their names. Um, but she says, eventually we need to set up a meeting with the prince. Does that sound good to you?
Absolutely.
What would be the purpose of the meeting of the prince?
But this is their domain, and we are new, and therefore we must pay our respects, as if to show that we are not, how do you say, interfering in their terrain. We are simply visitors and guests in their principality.
So it's a
I
formality
couldn't have
thing.
said it. Yes, couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, well, excellent. I'd love to meet the prince then.
Yeah.
The prince, you can find in the chase tower. You go to the chase tower and ask for Hazel Miles. You should be able to find her.
And he also
If-
mentioned we should speak with, God, what was his name? Damn it, I just had it. Sorry to interrupt and then
Paul.
not even have Paul.
Paul Torino.
Yeah.
You are welcome to introduce yourselves, but I think that you are better off not saying anything to Paul. And I must remind you and myself, this is Elysium, so we can't be starting any trouble in here. But they are from a rival faction called the Anarchs, and we don't want to associate ourselves too much with the Anarchs because we don't agree with what they're trying to do. But there's an important reason why Paul is here, trying to meet with us.
And what could that possibly be?
Well, we are. She stops herself from saying anything for a second, and you see her kind of thinking. I think maybe Hazel better explain it to you. I hope you understand. Knowledge is kind of. Well, knowledge is power, right? I can't tell you everything.
Of course.
If Hazel
And-
chooses to. Yes, I'm glad.
Does Paul have a position of power like you do?
Yeah, Paul is my equivalent in their Anarch structure, if you want to call it that. He's called a Reeve. But it's unfortunate that they would even be here, if you ask me. And as soon as she says that, the employee that was at the front counter comes bumbling over to, Thomas. He comes bumbling over to the three of you, and then he knocks himself into Levana on accident. And he has a drink that he's holding, like a big glass of let's say red wine, and spills it in Levana's direction.
Oh, I'm
How
sorry.
dare you?
Whoa!
No,
Whoa!
Levana, why are you
yeah.
apologizing to this human? He has touched you, he has spilled drink on you, and he is in this space as a bumbling fool. This is not okay. You do not need to apologize. He needs to apologize immediately and leave.
Well, hold on, real quick. Bring it back. Tone it down to about 3. We're right out of 10. and then take a breath.
Why would I turn it down? This bumbling idiot who has no reason to be in this space is touching us.
It's like you forgot they're a human.
Yes? And what are they,
They're
blood
full of
bags? Why is this
mistakes, and
blood
they're
bag
full of
touching us?
errors and dropping things. They're the clumsiest bunch of them all.
And they should learn
You-
not to do those things.
What is
You
is
see
Thomas
another.
doing?
What is Thomas?
Yeah, what is his look on his face as he spills it in my lap?
He looks frightened and nervous and just generally bumbling. And then as soon as he starts to try to clean up the drink, you notice that there is another employee in a similar red uniform who comes in and is like trying to help Thomas clean the mess. And they're both just like, "Oh God, so sorry, so sorry." And the second one that comes in, Levana, you notice that he's trying to like basically pickpocket you. Like you definitely feel him, like he's pretending to clean up the mess,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time he's trying to grab something out of your pocket.
Would I have anything important? I feel like Levana would be very little. I mean, maybe the most expensive thing that you'd have would be a flip phone.
And that's what he's going for. He's trying to
Right.
grab your phone.
I'll catching this. I'm just gonna look at him and just try to get a read on him and try to memorize his face.
Okay. Could you roll a... Sorry, it's gonna take me a while to get used to all the different skills. I would say wits plus well, maybe okay, let's go with streetwise plus composure to resist being
Streetwise, okay.
pickpocketed. I don't even know if that
and
makes sense.
then I need a second attribute, which
Composure.
would be composure. Click submit. Pool size modifier, just 0.
Yeah.
Okay. And difficulty?
1.
Okay. 2 out of 1.
Nice. Okay. So, yeah, you definitely notice him trying to obviously grab your phone, and you have a clear advantage towards pulling away and preventing him from trying to grab it. You say anything?
No, I'll just let him grab it and I'll deal with that later.
Does Kavita see this?
Yeah, definitely.
Can I?
He's did a really
can-
bad job.
Can she use compel?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I say what the command will be before I roll it after?
Let's go with after.
Okay. So it's my charisma plus dominance versus their intelligence plus resolve.
Okay.
I don't know how to roll this. Oh. Charisma is a skill.
It
What's the difficulty?
1.
I got a 4 and a 1.
Nice. So no, well, you got 2 successes.
Yes.
And
Ooh, natural.
I'm trying to remember, does that one costs, is it free? Or does it
Free,
say you need
yeah.
to make a rouse check? Okay. What is your command?
Tell us all what you are doing right now.
Oh, we're supposed to be gathering as much information as possible. My name is Greg. The one who the one who was trying to steal the phone immediately stands up, and he's the one who gets dominated.
Okay. Information for who?
Liam Westwood, our commander.
Kavita will turn to Anna Archer and see if she recognizes that name.
Her eyebrows are definitely going up. She's like, what? Looking at this, like, what the hell? And she looks nervous, but she's shaking her head. And then she says, well, you two need to leave. Command them to leave.
Leave.
Does he have my phone? I'll grab it if he does.
He is holding it, but he didn't pocket it yet, so you can just grab it back.
I'll just take it out of his hand.
Okay. You see the employees like kind of just basically running for the door, and then they run out the front door. Do any of you intercept them or try to do anything, or you let them go for now?
I was thinking about following them to just see where they go into the parking lot after they've been compelled and they're no longer under compulsion. Is that the word?
Okay. So you definitely follow them out. They get out the front door and then they step out into the rain, and then they're kind of like huffing and puffing. And then they look back and they look frightened, and you see one of them pull out his own cell phone, and then they try to duck into the alley. Do you follow them there?
Yeah, I sneakily, just kind of curiously see what they're up to. So I follow them to see what they do. Just hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see what this is about.
Roll a stealth plus dexterity.
Okay, and what's the pool size modifier?
0.
Okay, and difficulty?
It's going to be 1.
Okay. I think I got a pass on there.
1 success. All right, so you kind of duck into the alley, but you manage to remain unseen. And then the two slip away, and they start to get into a car that is parked in the alleyway. But before that, one of them gets into the passenger side, and then the other one like kind of steps to the side in order to open up his phone and make a phone call. And then you hear him talking kind of quietly, but you manage to hear him talking about Camarilla is here, Anarchs are here, meeting about something important, some new threat. What should we do? How do we proceed from here? And one of the things that he says that catches your notice is how do we best attack from here? What's our plan of attack? And then he steps into the car and begins to drive away.
Can I take note of the license plate?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Do I need to roll anything? Or just see it?
No, you just see it. B25X72. Is that enough numbers? Isn't it 6?
It works.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I kind of I see that. I heard it all. I come back to the group and I take note of it. And I don't really explain it to y'all yet because I don't really know y'all. Unless
Okay.
y'all ask. Unless you ask, and then I'll totally say something. But otherwise, I'll
Oh.
just kind of be like, okay, let's go see that, whatever commander guy. Not commander. What is it?
You said
Prince?
the car was in an alleyway?
Yeah.
How many blocks down was it? I'll ask.
It's parked like right next to the hotel.
Oh, okay. I just parked 2 blocks away, so it
Oh,
sounded like
okay.
it could have been my car. Is what I'll tell Connor.
Huh. Perhaps. What did your car look like, or what was your license plate? Because I got this car's license plate.
It wasn't that one.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
think it's not my car. I took it off of a farm when I was in Idaho.
Neat. Got all kinds of little mysteries about you.
I guess.
The car that you saw was a Crown Victoria.
Is that a nice car?
Kinda.
I should mention, though, that the guys were talking something about an attack happening here, and they mentioned several different of our groups. This is me talking in front of Anna and y'all two, Lavana and Kaivita. This is me just talking to y'all 3, explaining they were talking about attacking and some kind of like, I don't know. They're looking to attack something around here, and how do they handle it? And then they just kind of drove off. So that should be noted. Maybe up our security or presence.
We should be safe here, right? It's the Elysium, the Eclipsium, whatever.
Elysium.
So is the
Yeah, that.
Elysium only for common ground between
Anarchs and
kind, or is it for all within the city? Because I was going to rip his head off, but I thought that would be not a good introduction to the city.
It's fine to feed. This is Anna. She looks very upset. And then she calls Eugene over. She's like, Eugene, what's the meaning of this? Why were they here? And you see them kind of getting into like a little bit of an argument.
As they're arguing, I'm just gonna slip away to the restroom.
Okay. Anything you'd like to do there?
Oh, yeah. As I'm not actually going to the restroom. I'm actually gonna try to go behind the front desk.
Okay.
But I'll say I'm going to the restroom. And I would like to move and stay hidden.
Okay. So you're actively trying to hide?
Yeah. Just trying to not raise any eyebrows.
Give me a stealth plus dexterity, please.
All right.
And difficulty is going to be 1. By the way, if you on that pool size modifier, you can add 1 if you would like to do a rouse check.
Oh,
But rouse check potentially increases your hunger.
Okay.
I probably should have told you guys at the beginning of the session, but if you feel like doing something, it's called what is it called? Rousing the blood. To give yourself a blood surge. You can. That's what that pool size modifier is. It keeps asking you that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to add 1, if you feel like you really want to risk doing the rouse check, you can do that way if you'd like to.
Got you.
Anyway, you're hiding?
Yeah. And I guess I should have said that I wanted to use some, but it's fine. I'll just hide normally. I guess I don't feel too threatened here, and like go behind the front desk and just see if I can find any of Thomas's things he left in a hurry. Maybe he left something behind, is what I think.
Yeah. Go ahead and. Well, I won't make you roll since they left in a hurry. I'll tell you that you noticed it like a yellow legal pad, and the legal pad has like a bunch of notes scribbled down. Information about Eugene, information about Anna and Paul, what the different clans are, what the different factions are, why they're meeting here today.
Yeah, I'll Can I hide it anywhere on my person? Like, can I fold it up, or is it like a big?
You can definitely rip off the top page and fold it up.
Oh yeah,
it's just one page. It's like a summary notes. But you do notice that at the very bottom it says reason for meeting, and it says arrival of Ruby ? And you're not sure what that means.
Yeah,
I just like to point that out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it means. So I'll and I'm one of them. So I'll just rip the note off and put it in my pocket, and I'll wait for an opportunity to bring it to the others. I don't really want to tell Anna or G yet, so I'll just come back.
Okay.
Hopefully
Just
their
keep it to
argument's over.
yourself?
Yeah, I'll keep it to myself right now.
But you do notice that after you left, it seemed like, and Connor and Kavita, you notice this too, like the meeting is basically wrapping up, like people are leaving because they're upset about those two weirdos.
Understandably, this is our safe place.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll find Kavita and Connor then. Like, oh hey, back from the restroom.
Oh, hey, you were gone a little bit.
Levana, I have a question for you. They said they were getting information in general. I'm just wondering why they wanted your phone in particular. There are a lot of people here, but they seem to want your phone specifically. You seem to let them get it. Is that...
Yeah, I'm not one for confrontation, so I was just gonna find him later, and then get it from him. But I have no idea. This phone I pocketed it from someone along my journey here, and it's not really mine, but I don't know if there's anything important on it. I've been through it a bit. I'm gonna like open it up, flip through it. Is there anything that I can find that they might have wanted? I just have a few numbers. I don't know why they were wanting my phone.
There's nothing in your phone that indicates that there's something in particular that they're looking for. It's all the stuff that you're used to, like it's all your contacts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll like show them nothing important here.
That was very weird. Maybe we should go to this Hazel Myers. I guess we have information to tell now, and we should give our respects to Zipent.
Yeah, that'd be good. Is it like a bit private for me to bring up the note that I found?
I can call my driver, and we can get in the car to the Chase Tower also, and we can talk in the car. He is very discreet.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm down. That sounds great.
I've never been driven before.
Oh, it is a very nice car. It's a Rolls Royce, so bring the tower with you just so you don't get the seats wet because you are in the rain. But otherwise, it should be fine.
Yeah, I'll get a dry one from that closet, and I'll get like 5 towels. I'll come out with.
And he doesn't mind driving us back?
Oh no, he is my driver. He drives around. That is his job.
That's impressive. I like that.
That's my driver.
Okay. It doesn't take very long for the driver, who's probably waiting around the corner, to just arrive at the front of the hotel with your beautiful Rolls Royce.
While we're waiting,
And-
I'll quickly wrap each of my limbs up with a towel and then my chest. I'm
Okay.
fully covered.
Can I introduce myself to the driver real quick?
Sure.
Henry, these are the two people I met today. They are getting a Zika. We are going to the chase tower. You can say hello if you want to.
Hey, Henry.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, just seeing maybe I could get your number so in case something else like we just had happen, I could like call you and you could like help us. Chase down people, exciting things.
It depends on what Mrs. Kavita thinks about that.
If I am not using the car and these people need the car, that is completely fine. Just sit on a towel if I am not around to inspect your clothing.
Okay. Well, as long as Kavita is paying, Mrs. Kavita is paying me, I'll drive you around too.
You know, Henry, I have never not paid you.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't know about these other two.
Ugh,
Are you
just
guys
add it
gonna
to my
stand out in the
tab.
rain?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
right.
get in the car. Get
Yeah.
in the car.
I
Kavita
didn't
like a
bring a
mate.
towel. I didn't steal one from the hotel. Do you happen to have one?
Yes.
Of course.
Who do you think we are? Middle
Okay.
class? No.
Can you describe this towel for me? it embroidered?
Yes. This towel it's a midnight blue towel that has her initials engraved in it. So it has K E on it, and it also has like a little insignia on it. She's not from a royal family, but she made her own insignia
own
to go
crest
on her
insignia,
clothing. Yeah. And they're like very plush. Like they're the most comfortable towel you ever have. And you can clearly tell that like she never reuses a towel. She just throws it away and gets a new one as soon as someone touches it.
They're like crest clean or whatever. It's like really stiff whenever you
Yep.
haven't broken them in.
Yeah.
Excellent. So Connor takes one, sits in the side of the left seat, I guess, it's a Rolls Royce, so I guess he lets us in, and I would sit in first from whatever side he lets us in from.
I'll sit in the
Okay.
middle. Or...
It's two wood, it's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, no one needs to sit in the middle. There are 6 seats in the car. It's fine.
Okay. I'll sit in the back.
He has it all. He has it all climate controlled in there, and there's like classical music playing. It's the most comfortable experience of your life.
This
So then he
blows
says-
my cavalier away.
He says, "Well, where are we going, Mrs. Kavita?"
We are going to the chase tower. I'm not sure where it is, but it should be on this GPS. I assume it's somewhere downtown.
Yeah, I'll plug it in. So then, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, yeah, while he's driving, I'll pull out the note and say, oh, yeah, I found this behind the front desk. It has some notes about Anna and Paul. We didn't get to meet him, of course, but it seems like someone that was just like doing reconnaissance on the meeting. Something about Ruby, and I'll like let them see it.
This is why you never hire temp workers. You need to vet them with multiple background checks. These temp agencies never know what they are doing. Do you know Ruby?
I don't.
Do any of us know Ruby?
No.
Okay.
Well, everybody roll a, wits plus awareness. No. Yeah. I'll just do, yeah, wits plus awareness.
What is the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 4. Can you hear my dog barking?
I was hearing it earlier, but I haven't heard it.
No.
Oh, I got 5 out of 4. 2 10s. Don't know what that
Killing it.
means.
Ivana is killing it.
Oh, nice.
Brain
Okay.
blast.
I was checking to see if any of those were on your hunger dice. You seem to... Lavana knows of a rumor about someone from the a clan called Zamichi
This-
that has been causing trouble, and she's been recently causing trouble in Seattle. And so that name kind of rings a bell. You've heard of somebody named Ruby who might be Zamichi causing problems in Seattle.
Yeah, I like tell her. I know of a Ruby, rumored in Seattle when I was passing through that was causing some trouble. Was from was it Ceviche?
Zamichi.
Zamichi.
And it's spelled like
Zamichi.
Tizimisk, so it doesn't help.
Yeah, from the Zamichi clan, but they don't have a foothold here, do they?
I do not
No.
think so.
And all three of you, when the topic of the Zamichi comes up, you know that they, by their reputation, are like a pretty sadistic clan. You know that they're pretty, like, kind of chaotic evil. So, just the mention of the word Zamichi, you already know, like, it's common knowledge that they're kind of bad business.
Well, that is not good news. If someone from Dizmichi is coming here,
Well, it said welcome, Ruby, right? So maybe it's like a good thing.
no.
Oh.
I mean, if the other people, the people that were trying to steal your phone are writing about the arrival of this person, then maybe, and they said they wanted to attack, this is definitely not a good combination of things. If there is the meaty coming, maybe are they the ones who are attacking, or there is these human people and what is going on? We've been here for an hour and a half. It is a lot.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. Did anyone like during that meeting mention the Zamichis, or did I hear Ruby as I was like walking through? No.
No, but you do wonder. You had factions that hate each other getting together to talk about the arrival of this person. So, I mean,
so they were
that's-
Oh, okay. Did the paper
You
say
didn't-
welcome or just arrival?
arrival.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it said welcome. Yeah, I guess something's going on, but I'm sure that the clans they met, they'll be able to handle it. But whoever wrote the note didn't know who Ruby was, so I assume they were not affiliated with the Zamichis, or maybe they are.
That is true. But now that they have this information and Dimichi may be attacking the Camarilla and the Anarch, if they somehow team together, that would be a bad thing.
I see.
Would I know like a little bit more history about the Zavici, like what they could have been formerly known as, or who they were before they became them? Since I'm a history teacher and know history things.
Yeah, I mean, you know that. Well, you know, Zamichi have always been Zamichi, and that you know that they have a reputation for a practice called skin crafting, where they basically their power is to transform themselves, often hideously.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, this clan is something with skin crafting, which is like where they just kind of make themselves uglier. It's interesting. They're very like sharp though. Don't underestimate them.
That is that's weird. But yeah, I used to stay away from them. Go ahead.
Oh, I also, I'll also tell you, Justin, that you know that there are typically associated with a third faction that's not Camarilla or Anarch, that are called Sabbat. And you know, Sabbat are also known to be kind of bad, like don't care about the rules
Okay, I
type
got
of
it.
vampires. Yeah.
So they're the Sabbat, like like the Jewish Saturday Sabbat.
No, it has a well. There are connections, but it's it's more like they make a festival out of. They make a festival out of like causing suffering, I guess.
Okay, okay.
Should we bring this to the attention of the prince? I'm sure he might already know these things, so it may not be worth anything to him, but just
I think
for him
it
to
would be
know.
helpful to appear useful in general. So even if they have this information, stating that we are aware of something's going on may be helpful in leveraging our position as new people in this principality.
Sounds good to me. You know a lot more of this whole world than I do, so.
When my aunt, unbeknownst to me until she embraced me, had been in this society for many years, so she taught me some things before I went on my own, got kicked out of my previous principality, and then came here. So, yes.
Oh, that's good. Someone taught you.
Yeah.
I didn't really have that luxury. That's all right. I'll learn as I go. Are we there yet? I'll look at what was his name? Henry.
Henry.
Oh, I thought it was Hank for some reason.
I was going with Hank in my head, but it's
No,
Henry.
it's Henry.
I wanted him to be a Hank.
Henry.
So bad I wanted him to be a Hank.
Hank isn't proper enough.
True. Yeah.
That's what his boys call him whenever he's drinking out in the alley. With you, he's Henry.
As if on cue, as soon as you ask, are we there yet? Henry hits the brakes and unlocks the door. You seem to be arriving at the Chase Tower.
Okay, let's not show up wet. We have umbrellas built into the roadways, so if you just lit under your seat, you will have one, so you will not be wet.
Oh,
I swear, they've thought of everything.
And also, please throw your towels away in the trash can before, like, don't leave them in the car.
Of course. I wouldn't want to mess up the leather, and I'll like unravel, bundle them up, and. Do I see a trash can?
In the car? Or
No,
outside?
outside.
Yeah, there's like a sidewalk trash can.
All right, yeah, I'll go
Nice.
stuff them in there.
I pretend to stuff them in there and then actually stuff it into my like saddle bag or whatever it's called, my little briefcase bag that teachers carry.
You're stealing the towels from the car.
You have a nice
Hey, free
towel.
towels!
They're high quality towels, guys. I make teacher money. This is good stuff. He digs out the other towel too.
So you see that the Chase Tower is a massive skyscraper that seems to disappear into the night sky. It's so tall. When you look up at it, all you see are raindrops coming down, and it kind of obscures your vision. Doesn't seem to be even a top to it. It's mainly made out of glass and steel. It just has this imposing square presence that just kind of dominates the street. And there's a set of short steps that leads up to the front door. And the front door is made out of this big stone archway, and there's like a set of double glass doors. It does, however, appear to be closed. It's nighttime, so as a chase building, it doesn't seem like it's open. So, you see there's no lights on in the first floor. And even if you tried the front door, it seemed like it's locked.
Is there a buzzer anywhere?
Could I also use an ability here?
Yeah.
Sense the unseen. I can sense
Okay.
presences otherwise hidden from the naked eye.
Neat.
Yeah. Does it have a cost on it?
Free.
Okay. And then I should have studied the disciplines, I'm sorry. So
Under
you can kind of
aspects.
just tell if somebody is
Yeah,
I have it too. It says
I mean-
you can sense presences otherwise hidden from the naked eye.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Obfuscated, kindred, ghost, dormant blood sorcery, aspects being used to spy.
Yeah, so you do notice when you start activating that power, you do notice that there is a person that's sitting behind the desk who is trying to make himself hidden
I'll
on the
wave.
inside.
Hello.
He sees you, and also Kavita, there is a small buzzer on the right side as well, where you can kind of call.
Yeah.
Um,
Kavita will press the buzzer.
So once you press the buzzer and you wave at him, the combination of these things, the man kind of gets up from the counter, or gets up from his desk, and he goes and opens the front door. But he doesn't open it for you, he kind of just pops his head out. He's wearing an all-black suit and a black tie. And he pokes his head out a little bit and he says, "Yes? Hello.
Hello.
Chase is
Hello, we-
closed."
Yes, we are not here for chase. We are here to see Hazel Myers on the invitation of Anna Archer.
Ah, I should have known. Come in. She's in the penthouse.
Thank you.
He opens the door and lets you in.
Thank you. Do you have any towels? Yeah, my
Um,
I don't want to offend. My shoes are a little wet.
I have some printer paper.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you though. And I'll just walk on in.
All right. It's right over there. The first thing that you notice when you enter the room is that the first floor is totally dark. There's like a small little light on at his desk, but everything else is dark to maintain the appearance that it's closed. But there is a set of elevators in the back where the buttons are still glowing, so that's visible to you. And then he kind of just, when you guys enter, he locks the door again and kind of checks around to see if there's anyone else behind you.
And
then before you guys, sorry, go ahead.
is this like a long room that we're walking like side by side, or is it like quick to elevators?
It's kind of like a long room that has, it's like a big grand entryway.
I'll ask him. So what's your name?
My name, you say?
Yes. It's okay. You know, I get your line
Morgan.
out. Morgan. Oh,
Morgan. Yeah.
nice to meet you, Morgan.
Oh, nice to meet you too. I need to ask you all three of you actually.
Yeah.
Please don't use your cell phone inside this building. In fact, can you turn them off and leave them with me?
Sure.
Wait.
I'll turn mine off.
I am so sorry. I cannot give you my cell phone. I will happily turn it off, but I have very private and classified information on here that I cannot give. I would be breaking multiple different confidentiality agreements if I had this note on my person. But I will happily turn it off in front of you.
I can leave mine with your driver, Hank. Henry.
Hank is gone. I'm so sorry.
Why not?
Oh.
You If you're not comfortable leaving it with me, can you give it to Hazel?
Well, okay, so you're
Yes, I
saying
will happily
security?
I will happily give it to her. I just cannot have it out of my sight. So if I'm in the penthouse with her and I know that my phone is safe with her, then I'm happy to do it to her.
Good.
I'll give you my phone. I'll hand it.
Alright, he takes it. And you?
I just
He
hand
looks at
him.
Connor.
I hand him like my Nokia, like 8610. Like, here you go.
I hope you understand. We've
I
been
clicked on
having
an accident.
some serious security problems.
I completely understand. We just saw something crazy happen at the Grand Horizon Hotel, so I understand the security concerns. But I hope you also understand my own personal security concerns for me, myself, and my clients. So
I understand, but if you don't give it to Hazel, there will be a problem.
I am not here to cause problems.
Have you three met the prince before?
No, this is
No,
a first time
no.
meeting.
Yeah, we're all fairly new, it seems like.
Oh, good. New in town. Well, you're doing the right thing by introducing yourselves. Go up and meet her, and just a word of advice. If you are here to try anything, you'll regret it. Good luck.
Thank you.
He presses the elevator up button for you guys, and then he goes back to his desk.
What floor? Is it just the top?
Penthouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll press the button.
Is this
All
one of
right.
those things where we have to get on an elevator to get on an elevator to get to the penthouse?
No, it goes straight to the top. But there is definitely like a minute long, it feels like, ride where you're just kind of sitting in the elevator. Do you
that
guys
was-
just ride up, or do you say anything?
That was weird, right? Why no cell phones? It just seems like something like government-y, weirdy things that would happen.
I mean, someone just tried to steal Nirvana's cell phone, so maybe there's something weird going on with cell phones and information sharing. So
For real. Like, that's twice that
I also-
Levana has almost lost her, or has lost her phone, almost.
I also assume they don't want us to be recording conversations or anything. So like,
That could get us in, like, real trouble. I wouldn't mess with that.
yes, of course, but people are stupid. The anarchs are stupid. They might.
Hmm.
Those humans were stupid. They were in a room full of vampires and they tried to steal. So lots of weird things are going on.
There are.
Yeah, it is all a bit strange.
So how do we want to approach this when we go see the prince?
Bow your head. Be very kind. And just know that you are in status much, much below. So much respect must be given, and we are here to pay our respects and not to find information or so. I guess we offer, and if they offer in return, I assume that would be the way that we do.
I get it. I understand.
Sounds good to me.
So he's been a prince a long time, probably, huh?
I'm not sure.
You hear
This
the
elevator is
doors
really-
open.
Right when he was saying it, too. That's how life be.
Oh, well,
There's a ding and the doors open, and then there's a small kind of retaining room, and then there's a set of doors where there's another person, a very similar looking person in another black suit, who's kind of guarding the door, and he notices you when you step off the elevator, and he kind
Hello.
of looks at you for a second, sizes you up, and then doesn't say anything. He just kind of, he knows that if you're up here, then you must be here for a reason, so he just kind of opens the door for you. when the door opens, you notice that it's a beautiful apartment. There's a big living room that opens up, and everything is set with this very expensive looking modern furniture. There's a cool couch and TV setup, and then basically all of the things that you would find in a apartment, but everything's there in one kind of room. And then everything around there, everything around the room, like the walls are all glass, but you notice that there's these big panels on the top of the glass that looks like they can come up and down, so that it's basically either completely open or completely shut. And there's several people standing around in the room, several different kindred you would gather. And in the middle of the room, talking to everyone, is a very peculiar looking woman who is in an all white suit with very pale skin and stark white hair that's kind of cut short in a bob. And we'll go on a bio break after that.
Hey.
All right. Okay, all right. You're back.
BRB.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade. So the newly formed coterie was arriving in the penthouse to meet a prince named Hazel Miles. They stepped off the elevator and got invited inside of a lavish modern apartment, and noticed that there are several people standing around a central figure that is dressed all in white, who also has pale skin and white hair. She seems to be commanding the room in a way. Everyone is listening to her. Everyone is kind of enraptured into her presence. And when you guys step into the room, she takes notice. And though she finishes her sentence, she still kind of beckons you forward with her hand and kind of watches to see what you'll do. You also notice that standing by her side is Anna, who seems to have arrived a few minutes before you guys.
I will immediately bow, like just full on 90-degree to the ground.
Connor curtsies like he has a dress, does the whole arms out and everything as a sign of respect.
Kivita will just not do as much of a bow as Levana did, but like a smaller version of a bow.
Okay. She motions for you to come forward. And she seems to be kind of in the living room area. And she's standing in the center of it, and there's a kind of a crowd of people that are looking at what she's doing or listening to her. But as you guys approach, she greets you and says, "Hello. What brings you here?"
We had first of all, it is so lovely to meet you. We are new to the city, and we had talked to Anna prior, and she had so kindly directed us to where you were so that we could pay our respects to you.
Exactly.
Yes,
We hadn't had the pleasure of meeting y'all yet.
and sorry if we're interrupting any meeting that you're having here. We just wanted to say hello, and I'll bow again.
She acknowledges all of the bowing, and she smiles. She says, "Ah, yes. Anna mentioned that there were a few people at the meeting who were new to our domain. And you also seem to not be familiar with our traditions. That's the first thing that we should talk about. Are you familiar with the Masquerade, at the very least?
I am, yes.
Deeply. Very deeply.
Yes.
Excellent. So you understand that when you hunt and take your victims, you are not to do it in such a way that the kine, or humans, as you might call them, will discover them. Or discover in any way what you are.
Yeah, that's the fundamental aspect of our existence.
Yeah,
I'm glad
normally
you agree.
I find people who are sleeping so that they don't even know.
Good. Well, that's the first and foremost thing. I just wanted to make sure that you knew about that before we talked about anything else.
Oh, absolutely. It's for our safety and yours both.
The second thing is that I've heard that you are not sure whether or not you believe in the Camarilla cause, or you're considering joining with our enemy.
Oh, I
I-
am not
Perhaps you...
sure of the people that I have met today, but I have been faithful to the Camarilla, as I was taught by my aunt who embraced me, and I will continue to do so.
I see.
I haven't decided, but yeah, sure. I mean, I don't see why not.
I see.
Yeah, from what I've seen of the clan, it seems like y'all are doing pretty good here. I definitely would be interested in looking further into.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I need to hear you say it. You see her eyes kind of light up, and she looks kind of strange. She gets a strange look over her face. And she looks very intense for a moment, and she says, I need you to swear your loyalty to me or leave before we discuss anything further.
Compel me. See what I have to hide. I have nothing to hide. I just don't know y'all that well. But you definitely compel me. You'll see I'm an open book. I've got nothing to hide.
This is the only way of unlife, friend. Carrying forward the 6 traditions is the best way to live. The Anarchs are wrong. The Sabbat is wrong. There's no other way to live.
If I'm
Safety
already
in numbers.
a part of a clan, what would that mean?
Well, there's
Currently.
many clans inside of our faction. The faction brings together all the different clans. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking it was just an individual clan that was saying I needed to, promise myself to. No, I can definitely do that because that's a cause which my clan is part of. I assume y'all's clans are part of.
Yeah. Do you have anyone a part of the Ravenous clan under your order?
Not many, but yes, there are a few.
Oh yeah, then sure, it'd be great to meet others with similar backgrounds as I.
Good, I'm glad that bit of unpleasantry is over.
Oh, but you needed us to say at things specifically, or was it just okay to
Yes.
say yes? We are totally. What would you like us to say, and we can work with that.
Tell me now that you pledge your life to the Camarilla and that you intend to carry and enforce the 6 traditions.
Oh, that's a lot of words. I'm gonna like bow again, like parallel to the ground, and say that. Probably like
Ditto.
mispronouncing a couple of the words,
Okay.
or like changing out some of the words for something else.
Okay.
Connor does the same, but like keeps eye contact the whole time and just kind of not stares or anything rudely, just kind of maintains a respectful eye contact while saying it.
Okay. What about Kavita?
Kavita will just reinstate what she said prior. Since I have been in place, dedicated myself in my life to the Camarilla, I will continue to do so and to uphold the 6 traditions.
Very well. You see the people that are surrounding her all give you like a little applause, a little golf clap.
Other than Anna, do you recognize anyone from the meeting from earlier? Anyone stand out?
You recognize Eugene. Eugene is there as well.
Oh.
But he
Oh,
seems to be
neat.
kind of taking a back seat. He's like not really leading this get together
Does he
that he led.
Does he still look mad?
He looks more like concerned. Like sad and upset more than mad.
Ooh, he in trouble. Okay, I just wanted to see.
And he beat us to the building from the other building because we went to a second stop between these two, right? Like he was there when we were there, and then he left right when we left.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Okay.
like within minutes. He's probably only been here for like a minute longer than you guys have. Same with Anna. In fact, they probably rode together.
Okay.
Oh.
It was probably all of the towels. That's why they got here earlier. We had to deal with the towels in the car.
The house called it. Caused the
Yeah.
delay.
Your is it Majesty? Like what am I I'll like whisper to Kavita. What am I supposed to say?
What's the title?
She's the prince.
Your princeness. I have
My prince would be fine.
my prince. We found this note here, and I'll like pull it out. It seems that one of the people who I assume you already know about messed up tonight's festivities. They wrote something. Looks like they were doing some reconnaissance on our great organization, and I'll like walk over, but not like super close, like probably like 5 feet away, fully go into like a 90-degree bow again with it in my hands just out toward her.
When she takes it like ever so carefully. Like you can see that even her movements of her hands are like calculated and economical. And then she takes the paper and reads it over. She raises her eyebrows and hands it over to Anna, who reads it as well.
And
then
as
she says, "Sorry, go ahead."
As she's reading, I'm like, I'm sorry, it's a little damp, your my prince. I was wet from the rain.
That's understandable. Lavana, was it?
Yes.
Let's meet the three of you privately. With me and Anna, if you don't mind. Then she motions for the other people to leave. And they do so without any hesitation. And they all begin to start filing out the door. And there's a couple minutes as they're like talking to each other. And then
Sorry, go ahead. As they leave, Kavita will say, the man downstairs, I cannot remember his name. Here's my phone. I'm so sorry. I just could not have it out of my sight, but I want to give my respect in your privacy, so here's my phone.
Again, she takes it and very economical movements and just kind of holds on to it for a second. She says, "Whenever my subordinates tell you to do something, you should not be in the habit of refusing."
Oh, I assure you, it was just because we didn't know who you were at the time. And now we do, and we wouldn't act in that way again. Would we?
Very well. She sticks it in her pocket. And, she checks to see if it's on. And then she puts it in her pocket. And then she kind of looks at the paper again and she says, "Well, it seems like we are having a problem. Do you know anything about a group called First Light?"
Would I know anything about First Light?
You three have heard some kind of like rumors and lore about there's people in like the CIA and the FBI who are basically aware of the existence of vampires and are trying to get rid of them. So there's like a secret agency within the secret agencies that are working on like paranormal threats. And they're part of something called the Second Inquisition.
Would I know?
And that is...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, finish your...
Oh, that's like the human effort to get rid of vampires or to fight against the vampires. It's called the Second Inquisition.
I think one of my former students, Mulder, joined that group.
Would I know anything about the group because of my father? Sounds like something he'd be into.
Yeah, definitely. You've heard of him.
No, I haven't heard anything about the group.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, some of the kind have decided that they are going to try to get rid of us. I can assure you that as long as the Camarilla is still around, they will never be successful. So, we need to find out who these men are that were there at the hotel and who they're reporting to and how they became aware of some of our secrets. About this Ruby thing, that's probably the first thing we should talk about. Unfortunately, there are still some Sabbat around the world. And one of their most prominent, how do you say, soldiers, I guess, if you want to call her that, is making her rounds through the Pacific Northwest. And many people are saying that she's soon to arrive here or that she might be already here. In fact, there was something that I was going to dispatch Anna to investigate, but now that you three are here, I might be able to use Anna elsewhere and you three to look into it. Does that sound interesting to you?
Incredibly interesting.
Yes, of course.
Oh, go finish, my prince.
In the Crimson Manors neighborhood, there's been a murder of a couple named Jose and Veronica Rodriguez. Normally, we wouldn't care. We take victims every night. But there's something about the brutality of this murder that raises a few eyebrows and makes us think that it might be Ruby who's involved.
But isn't that in Anarch territory, which is not good for us? And I'll like look at Anna.
Definitely not ideal.
That is why, well, Anna kind of takes the lead and she's like, that is why you must be very careful when you head over there.
Good to
Got
know.
any-
Do not make your presence known.
There you go. Got any pointers? Just don't make your presence known.
Yeah. I should hope you don't need anyone to teach you how to sneak around.
No.
No. I'm just making sure they can't read us for something that we don't know they could read us on.
I've been sneaking around for quite some time. It's probably the only thing I'm good at.
Good. Now, there is another thing. there's a person, if you want to call him that, named Malachi. In recent days, we suspected that he started to work with the Second Inquisition and sell them our secrets. I suspect that this is why those people were there at the hotel tonight. I'm betting that Malachi has something to do with it.
Is Malachi kindred?
Yes, he's a Nosferatu. Very ugly creature.
If
Eesh.
do we have to talk to him?
Can we just email?
I'm sorry, it makes me a little ill thinking of such. My apologies.
The choice is yours. You can investigate the murder at Crimson Manors, or you can head down to the sewers and try to find Malachi. Whichever one you don't do, I will dispatch Anna.
Well, since Anna is a higher ranking than us, should we have her decide, my prince? Or
Oh, please, you're my guest.
no?
Besides, you need a test.
Can
Your
Very
first
well.
test in my city.
can we discuss this and get back to you, or do we have to make a decision right now?
Please feel free to take a moment.
Great.
I would much prefer to do the murder.
Oh, you
Not
don't.
do the
Yeah.
murder, but investigate the murder.
Oh yeah, your
I do not
clothes.
do dirty or ugly.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
might like freak the fuck out if I have to do that. So it may be better if we do the murder.
I just
That is
want you to
bland.
be performing optimally, and so if that's getting out of the dirt and grime, then so be it. That's awesome. Let's go with that.
Yeah, I agree. Your boots or your shoes are really nice, so I wouldn't want to get them in sewage. So, our prince, we've decided.
Okay. She kind of steps back into the area.
Murder it is.
All right. Well, you still have plenty of hours left in the night. Shouldn't take you longer than an hour to drive to the Crimson Manors area. Here is the address of the Rodriguez house. She hands you a little printed out piece of paper with with a little typed up directions on it.
That sounds great. Are we gonna roll up in our Rolls Royce?
You mean my car? It is not ours, but yes. Once we are out of the lovely Chase Tower, I will turn back my phone on and contact my driver.
Okay. So she hands you your phone back. And then you see Anna stirring. And she says, "My prince, shouldn't we send them to the museum instead?" And you see a little flash of anger on the prince's face. And then she collects herself, and then she says, "Do you really think that we should trust them with that?" And and then they kind of just don't say anything more, and just look at you, wait for you to do something or say something.
If you see Connor, he's looking a little bit disappointed because he really likes museums.
We will head to the murder place as quickly as possible to investigate. It was so lovely to meet you, my prince. Your penthouse is absolutely gorgeous. If you are ever thinking of redecorating, I would be happy to assist. Although this place needs no improvement.
She nods to you and smiles and says, "Good luck. Be sure to keep Anna in the loop. Call her
Yes.
and Yeah.
Does she have a
Yes, of
business
course.
card?
Do we have a number or something that we can reach out on?
Yeah.
A vampire
Honest.
Instagram?
Anna steps forward and she says, I'm going to give you my number, but make sure that if we text each other, don't describe any of your actual activities in texts. Does that make sense?
Code. We
Absolutely.
got it.
Mm-hmm. Just call me instead. And make sure that nobody hears you when you call. Nobody's around.
You got it.
All right. So you guys go back in the elevator, back downstairs. It's another long drop in the elevator. The night crew guy gives you your phones back. And then the door opens up and you're back in the rain for a minute as the driver, Henry, rolls back up to the front.
Is it always raining in the city? I feel like it should have at
I
least
mean,
like
we are
died.
in the Pacific.
Yeah, it'd be like that out here.
I'm from out east, so I guess I'm
So
just.
as am I. I'm not a big fan of this damp weather. I can't wear much of my nice shoes because it is so gross.
It's like the
Understandable.
London of the West Coast, you know?
You hear Henry say, all right, where to now?
To the Maldog.
We'll hand him the piece of
What?
paper.
Yep.
Just follow these directions.
Oh, we have to put on new towels, huh?
Yes, of course you do. New
I
towels.
apologize. I almost sat down.
I'm glad it was almost.
Some more towels come out and the seats get covered.
Warm, just like last time. The seats and the towels.
All right, so if you look over at the map, you guys are on that page, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see that there's quite a drive ahead of you. Do you want to stop in any of these other places? Saint Couture, Redwood Heights? Or do you want to just go straight to the Crimson Manors?
We should just
Did you
go straight there.
Do you see where that is?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
going out west.
Maybe we can load up at Saint Couture and get some good weapons and ready for this, a little more prepared.
I'm not sure that Saint Couture is a weapons place. I was told by Eugene prior that it is a good place to shop.
On the front end, but on the back end is where you get the weapons.
I do need a new pair of shoes. These ones are wet now, so I will need a new pair of Dubiton shoes.
Ooh, I bet they have a matching accessory for it there too.
Oh, yes, maybe a dagger or so?
Hmm.
We're BSing, but is this within the realm of what we can do?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yes, and. So Henry takes you over. So you head kind of west in the downtown area, and the first thing that you notice as you enter this Saint Couture area is that everything becomes incredibly upscale. Everything looks really nice. Everything's well lit. There's all these like beautiful kind of white Christmas light type things hanging in the trees, and there's still plenty of people kind of walking around shopping at night, even though it's raining. There's still just people out, either having drinks or stopping by different fashion houses. And Henry just kind of stops the car and waits for you to get out. And there's like a kind of a main boulevard where all the shops are.
Is he like standing outside the car waiting for us?
No, he just unlocks the door.
Okay.
I don't have very much money to shop. But I will.
That is fine.
definitely look around.
Whatever you need, I will charge it to my card. It's fine.
I just don't have a way to pay you back, so I won't.
That's just fine.
Okay. Thank you.
You put the towel on in my car, you are fine.
That's not much of a. Okay.
Well,
Well-
if you didn't put a towel on, then I would have had to buy a new Rolls Royce. So you saved me the money of not having to buy a new car, so I can use that to buy you weapons. You see?
Yes.
Sound logic.
Yes.
Very sound.
It is logical. Is there any shops open that we would find what we're looking for? Do you know, Connor?
Like
You teach in the city, right?
I know a few places, and I know a few underground places, if you know what I mean. Behind, I don't know, this fancy shopping center. Here you go. It's just a side alley, and not many people see the door, but it's there. It's very much there. Just no one in public seems to think it's an open store. That's all I got.
All right. We'll call that Moonshadow Lane is the name of the shopping center.
Neat.
And there is a kind of an alley where you can step inside, and there is a green door that seems to be like the secret entrance. But before you can get to that door, you notice that there is a man who is stumbling around in the alley, and he comes up to you three, and he looks like he's inebriated, and he's holding a beer bottle, and he just kind of approaches you guys, but then he gets closer and closer, and when he's right next to you, he's like, "Hey, who the fuck are you guys? What are you doing?"
Oh, it's just me. I'm Mr. Fitzgerald over at the school. I'm just looking to go shopping, and I have my friends here to join me. How are you doing tonight, good sir?
Teacher, huh? None of my teachers ever liked me.
Well, have
They
your teachers
screwed
ever
me
drank
over.
with you? And he pulls out like a little whiskey flask. Sorry,
Okay.
he's charismatic. That's what I'm going with.
Let me ask you this: do you drink the whiskey? Is there whiskey in there?
I drink it not very often. I usually just carry it around for these kind of occasions where I'm running into
Okay.
drunk people.
Are you gonna drink it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a rouse check. You're gonna do something called Blush of Life. This is when you pretend to be a human, essentially, because normally you wouldn't drink any
Ooh,
liquids
yeah.
other than blood.
So what is it I'm clicking?
Under hunger.
On your
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rouse check.
Mhm.
Rouse check.
Oh. Failed.
Ooh. And vomit
when
profusely.
he,
It's safe. Watch this.
No, it works. It works. You're able to do it, but as soon as the whiskey, you feel like you're about to vomit, but as soon as it kind of enters your system, the first thing that you feel is that your hunger is increasing. Your desire to kill this man is increasing the longer you stand in front of him. And he's like, "Hey, all right, buddy, can I have a swig of that?"
Yeah, absolutely. His eyes turn to like sharky, kind of like snake eyes, like George Bush looking at the sun eyes.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
So he's kind of eyeballing him, feeling the attraction to kind of like feeling it in his energy, his aura, to kind of like want to attack this guy, but he's kind of holding back, but he feels that drive.
You see the man grab the whiskey and he drinks from it greedily and drains all the whiskey that's left inside. And he says, "Sorry.
Oh, that's okay, champ. You
got a
did a
little
great
carried
job of
away there."
finishing that. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah,
I hope
I
you
did.
enjoyed it. It was a really good scotch. Whiskey, yeah, whiskey.
yeah. Where are you going now? Who are you? What are you doing?
Oh, we're just going down the alley a little bit. Gonna go down to a back room. One of my friends works at one of the stores back here.
Okay, all right. I guess I'll be moving on then.
Absolutely, it'd probably
You
be
guys-
best. he says under his breath.
You notice that he has he has a suit, but it's very disheveled. He's got the tie like loose. He looks like he's been standing in the rain for a long time, and he begins to leave. Do you
What-
other two do anything?
What color is his suit?
It's brown.
No.
It's like kind of a dated 70s looking suit.
And he had no issue with the alcohol.
No, he just downed it.
I'll walk into the alleyway.
Okay. What about Kavita?
Does he look like he has money?
You're not sure, so make a wits plus awareness roll.
What is the difficulty?
Oh, 1.
Ooh, nice.
Dang.
3 successes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
What is the bottom dice?
That's my hunger
That's-
die.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So that would have been bad if I had failed those, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I got a critical fail on my hunger die. Okay.
It would have been bad. You guys have been close a couple times. He definitely looks like he has maybe like at most $20 on him.
Oh,
In
okay.
various,
Then
like,
she's just gonna
change.
leave him. Then
Yeah.
she's just gonna walk past him.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
When you walk past, he's like, pretty. And then and then he stumbles out into the street.
That was a nice compliment.
You think he was talking to y'all?
He looked right at Kavita as he said it, so I'd assume so.
I just assumed it was about me. Weird.
You are also pretty, Connor.
Thank you. We're all pretty, I think. And maybe he was talking to all of us.
Maybe.
His shark eyes
We
go
are
away a
all
little bit.
pretty. I am gorgeous. There is some sort of difference, you know.
Oh,
It's not
yes.
that much of a compliment. Let's go get weapons.
What?
You want to shoot
So
someone?
Yeah, let me lead you.
I guess while we're doing
Yo.
this, we should talk about maybe what strengths we all have. I'm not very combative, so I don't know what weapons can help me, but I'm very sneaky, I'd say. Gotten away for this long, just mostly by myself.
I am,
I am
too.
not-
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, I am not. I do not fight. Fighting is ugly. I can talk my way out of most places and situations, but I do not fight. Maybe I can throw something. I just do not want to get that onto my nails. I got them done yesterday.
Well, this is a peculiar situation because I myself am not the most fighting type. I mean, I can be a little brawly at best, but for the most part, I'm not really a fighter either. So we might have to work on this diplomatically, but then we are sent to kill something. So how do we kill something diplomatically?
We are not sent to kill
We're
something. We
yeah.
are sent to investigate a murder. The people
That's
are
right.
already
To
dead.
investigate
We are
the murder.
fine.
That's right.
Yes. We look
Okay,
at the
then this is
situation. If someone comes by, we say, we are the police. We are just looking at things.
So it's agreed that
And leave.
any trouble, we try to run.
No, not run. Talk out. Running is also
Ah,
ugly.
He looks down at his loafers, like, yeah, I guess these aren't really meant for running.
I am wearing 6-inch heels. I am not running anywhere.
So is he 6'2" or something with the heels on?
Yes.
Goodness. Yeah, I'll leave most of the talking to you both. I was working on a engineering degree, so I have a little bit of experience with tinkering and things like that. So maybe I can make something when we go in and buy stuff. I can get some inspiration.
That would be helpful. And if you are sneaky also, you can help us to blend into the shadows or know the right place to hide. If our social skills do not prove to be as feasible as we would hope.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
All right, let's head on.
So, for the sake of brevity, here's what you can get. You can get a melee weapon, which is something small and light, like brass knuckles, or something heavy, like a baton, a club, a tire iron. Or you can get kind of range weapons, like a crossbow, a pistol, a shotgun, rifle, that type of thing, like your standard guns. Doesn't have to be a specific one. Or you can get something that's like heavier, like a big 12 gauge shotgun, or a big samurai sword, or a broadsword, or whatever. Basically, tell me what you're thinking, and you can pretty much purchase it.
I was thinking like some small daggers to like throw at people from far away.
All right.
And I was thinking
Something
stuff like dragnet, like a shoe that has a knife that comes out of it, or a watch that has a knife come out of it, or like a hair tie that has a
Knife come out of it.
Hair tie that has a knife coming out of it. How are you concealing the knife and the hair tie?
It's a really elaborate hair tie.
You'll have to see my friend Q for that. Let's see. Yeah, that would probably be about the same. That's possible. Especially in a place that's like a fashion house. I guess they have like a hybrid cool Gucci shoes or Louis Vuitton shoes that have knives in them.
Dang. Arsenal brand of
Yes, this is the militarized line of the Gucci. I think the Prada ones are actually better. The Gucci ones make it hard to run in. Like if we have to do that, they're uncomfortable. So if you want to be like, I know. So I see you had loafers that have tight holes in them. So maybe you want something that's more comfortable.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I could go for the Gucci, assault brand or something.
Again, not Gucci, Prada. The Gucci ones are uncomfortable.
Oh, Prada. Sorry.
Yes.
I know a lot. I don't know a lot about that. I can tell the history of a lot of these places, and that you shouldn't shop at. But yeah, I don't really know the good brand.
Yeah, I'd assume that your teacher salary wouldn't be great for these luxurious items.
I mean, I got these on sale at Penny's,
That's nice.
Kavita almost like throws up in her mouth at the mention of that.
The S word.
I'm trying to think of where on the character sheet you're gonna write your weapons. I would guess under advantages, maybe weapons. But I feel like this is a good place to stop.
Indeed.
You guys kind of gear up, and we'll talk, offline about
How to
what your different weapons are.
Yeah. And how to bring in Brandon.
Yeah. That's a good point. Maybe he's the weapon stealer.
It's exactly. There's all kinds of openness to things.
Yep. Miss Brandon tonight, but got a little introduction going. I don't think Brandon missed too many important things except meeting the prince. But
yeah, we'll have to assume he's already met the prince.
Yeah, maybe he'll be more like established. But I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed running it. We can go do our outros now. So I have been your storyteller. My name is Chris. You can follow me at ChrisGamble37 on Instagram if you'd like to, and go to ravensrealmtabletop.com. It has all of our links to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Twitch.
Hell yeah.
Justin.
Okay, you can check out the music, the theme song I am releasing right now as we're talking, and now it is published for the Vampire the Masquerade theme song that I've written. You can catch all the other theme songs and this one at bandlab.com/mixsushi3. I've also released a new album back in April, I think, and totally go see it. You could just look up Project Bourne on Spotify or Pandora or wherever else. I think I have 2 more singles or releases coming up in the next few months too. But yeah, definitely make sure to check out the music there, and you can just listen to it, support how you can, make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast, etc., etc. Okay, to Ryan.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I play Levana, and you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ballandrye.
I guess that leaves me. I'm Kai. I've been playing Kevita. If you want to find me anywhere, I'm on Twitter at Kitchen with 2 Ds. I almost forgot my Twitter username. That's twitter.com/kitchen. Sorry, I'm out of
You're
it.
still doing Twitter. You're still hanging on.
No
Twitter.
other things. Only Twitter. Only Twitter. I'm trying to get on Blue Sky, but I think that's also a disaster. So
What is Blue
whatever.
Sky?
It's the platform created by the original Jack that created Twitter. He sold the company, created his own platform, but it's in beta, so it's currently like invite only to get in, and it's like a waitlist and stuff because Twitter is truly a shit show. Like I say it's a shit show every week. It's really bad now. So
It's not like Meta is any better, and I never even update my Instagram. I don't know what else to plug.
well,
though.
Twitter is now like
Ravensrealmtabletop.com.
X. Like Twitter's not like they renamed the company to X. Like all of these companies are going insane.
They ran out of ideas, it sounds like.
Yeah. Well, Elon Musk just changed it to like letters, just like he named his child. So
Anyway, I think we got sidetracked.
That was Vampire the Masquerade.
See y'all
Make sure
next
to like and
time.
subscribe our server. The Discord server is the most important thing here because that's where you, the fans, can go and listen to or play your own Dungeons and Dragons campaign or other campaigns. We have like things happening every single night. We have monthly big old battle royales and stuff like that. Some of us are involved, not me as much, but them. It's definitely worth checking out. They do an awesome job. If you're ever just curious about getting into Dungeons and Dragons, this is a very open-minded, friendly server. It's not toxic at all from what I've seen, and so far any toxicity is kind of like doesn't really fit, you know.
Brandon started a great West Marches thing that is we're calling it Ravens Marches, and it's not D&D, it's Worlds Without Number, so it's really fun and different, and he's done a really good job on it. It's really cool. It's worth checking out the Discord for it.
Hell yeah. Well, thank y'all so much for listening. Thank you, players, for playing, and storyteller for storytelling.
We'll see y'all later.
Bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye,
See y'all.
everybody. We love y'all.